One of the more significant projects implemented by PE Roads of Serbia at the end of 2023 is the completion of the section of Iverak Lajkovac Expressway from interchange Divci to interchange Lajkovac. The first 11.9 kilometers of the 18.2 kilometers of the expressway were open to traffic on December 23, 2023. After the interchange Divci towards Valjevo, another 600 meters of expressway was constructed, which hasn't been open to traffic yet. The builders of the Shandong company also completed a part of the main 500-meter-long route from Lajkovac toll station to the roundabout, as well as the roundabout with the access road in the length of 450 meters. The ceremonial marking of the beginning of the preparatory works, which was attended by the President of Serbia Aleksandar Vučić, was held on June 17, 2020, while the full-scale works on the construction of the expressway began on October 8 of the same year. Given that most of the route, about 52%, is in the flood zone of the Kolubara River, the builders of the Chinese company Shandong, with domestic subcontractors, first began work on the construction of 3 larger bridges in the most critical zone: the bridges number 15, 16 and 17. During the preparation of the preliminary project of the roadway, a hydrological study of the Kolubara River and its tributaries was also carried out, based on which high embankments along the expressway and bridges were later designed, as well as the protection of the slope of the embankment with concrete slabs. There are a total of 19 bridges, 1 overpass and 7 slab culverts along the route. The total length of the bridges is 2.5 kilometers. The longest and at the same time the most demanding to build was bridge number 16, which spans the Kolubara River, the state road and local roads, 930 meters long. The bridge consists of 2 independent parallel structures, one for each direction of the highway. For the construction of the longest bridge, number 16, a total of 237 piles with a diameter of 1,200 mm were driven, 21,500 cubic meters of concrete, 3,900 tons of reinforcement, and 476 tons of pre-stressed steel cables were incorporated into the bridge construction. For this bridge, it was necessary to make 384 pre-stressed girders. Bridge structures are semi-integral. They consist of segments expansion units, with spans from column to column, usually 30 meters, at the end of the segments 25 meters, and over obstacles 36 meters. The segments are 140 to 145 meters long. They are different due to the fitting with the obstacles. The total length of the structure, with walls and pedestrian paths on the embankment, is 920 meters of the left lane of the road and 922 meters of the right lane of the road. The bridge crosses the Kolubara River between piers S11 and S12, as well as between piers S32 and S33. It passes over a larger road in the span between piers S16 and S17, whereby a clear profile height is provided between the lower edge of the bridge structure and the vehicles. The bridge's longest span of 36 meters is over the Kolubara River and a major local road. The width of the road on the bridge is constant and is 8 meters. For the construction of bridge number 15, 192 meters long, 58 piles with a diameter of 1,200 mm were driven, 5,000 cubic meters of concrete, 916 tons of reinforcement, and 82 tons of pre-stressed steel cables were incorporated into its construction. For this bridge, it was necessary to make 72 pre-stressed girders. The total length of the bridge number 17 over the Kolubara River, with wing walls and pedestrian paths on the embankment, is 585 meters of the left lane of the road or 588 meters of the right lane of the road. 170 piles with a diameter of 1,200 millimeters were driven. 11,400 cubic meters of concrete, 2,850 tons of reinforcement, and 282 tons of pre-stressed steel cables were incorporated into the construction of the bridge. For this bridge, it was necessary to make 240 pre-stressed girders. Additionally, 472 concrete girders had to be made for other shorter bridges on the route of the expressway. For the purpose of realization, production and easier transportation of such a large number of supports, a factory for the prefabrication of the supports was designed and built on the construction site. All this provided the necessary conditions for work even during winter, continuing production in order to comply with the dynamic work plan. There are a total of 7 slab culverts on the route with a total length of 243 meters. There are also 2 roundabouts, one in Popučke and the other in Lajkovac, as well as the interchange Divci, which is located at the intersection with the state road to Mionica. A rest area with a parking lot was also built. 16 parking spaces for passenger vehicles and 18 parking spaces for trucks and other freight vehicles were built on both sides of the road. During the construction of the section from the interchange Lajkovac to the interchange Divci, work was also carried out on the regulation of 20 water courses with a length of almost 10 kilometers. Along the route, controlled drainage of water from the roadway with a purification system was carried out. A closed system of rain sewerage in a length of 32 kilometers with a total of 41 separators for water purification. The total length of watercourses relocation and protection is 9,954 meters. Noise protection was also done for all residential and commercial buildings on both sides along the 650-meter expressway route. During the implementation of the projects, the contractor, in cooperation with the investor, permanently resolves the relocation of local roads, access roads and secondary roads that were cut by the construction of the expressway. The goal is to provide unhindered access to households and fields to all citizens during construction. During the execution of works on the route of the expressway, the archaeological site Lajkovac Ključ was found in the village of Nepričava. Experts from the Institute of the Protection of Cultural Monuments in Valjevo discovered various objects made of baked earth, iron, copper, bronze, lead, stone and glass, which can be chronologically divided into the prehistoric era, Old Stone Age, and the Ancient Period. In a record time of only 2 months, the archaeologists completed all the archaeological excavations, documented the remains of the late antique villa, conserved the site and thus enabled the contractor to continue construction on that part of the expressway. With the opening of the section from the interchange Lajkovac to the interchange Divci, more than 85% of the physical scope of all works on the construction of the expressway was completed. 2,775,000 cubic meters of stone aggregate, 220,000 cubic meters of crushed stone aggregate 063 and 145,000 cubic meters of crushed stone aggregate 031.5 were installed in the embankment. 110,000 tons of asphalt, 28 kilometers of pipes for rainwater drainage, and 54 kilometers of guardrails were installed in the route. Two kilometers of bridge structures in each direction have also been completed in full. More than 70% of the works on water flow regulation along the route have been completed. All traffic signals and public lighting with connections were installed over a length of 13 kilometers, along with the protection and relocation of the technical infrastructure. The expressway Iverak-Lajkovac from the interchange Lajkovac to the interchange Divci has 2 lanes each, a total of 4, 3.5 meters wide in both directions, a total of 14 meters. 4 half-meter edge lanes, a 4-meter dividing strip, and 2 banks of 1.5 meters each. The road is designed for a speed of up to 100 km per hour. Currently, until the completion of all works and the opening of the entire section, the speed is limited to 80 km per hour. When the Iverak-Lajkovac high-speed road is fully completed, it will be very significant for the entire Kolubara district, as it will connect the town of Valjevo with the Miloš Veliki Highway, the Belgrade South Adriatic Highway. This road will shorten the journey to Belgrade and will be a transverse link in the road network of the Republic of Serbia. It will connect parts of the Republic of Srpska and Bosnia and Herzegovina with Highway E763 and further via Corridor 10 with Bulgaria and Greece.